Hello, comic book fans! This is your host, Travis Collins, aka Duck Punch, and I am back for another episode of Duck Punch Comic Reviews. This time with a brand new opening. Y'all like it? It's not like the old one, but a little bit different. Anyway, I'm back with 10 reviews of books that came out last week on April 20th. Some really good stuff last week. I mean, I had to really actually work to come up with some criticisms for stuff that came out last week, but, I mean, this was some just seriously good comics this week. You know how we always do this. We jump straight to our reviews. Up first, DMZ number 64. We are now here closing in on the end of this amazing comic. And this issue really just hammers home just how far Maddie, the main character, has fallen. And where he is in the grand scheme of things. I mean, dang. This book just can't not be good. And the last page. Wow. Woo. Seriously good. Up next, Generation Hope, number 6. This was an alright issue. Not the best this series has put out, though. It's interesting to see how the various members of Hope's team are acclimating to life on Utopia. But beyond that, it was pretty ho-hum. Even the big twist at the end felt somewhat muted. This isn't a bad issue, but I have such higher expectations for Gillen than this. Next, Invincible, number 79. The last couple pages of this, dang, not where I thought it was going to go, at all. If you've been watching these videos for any length of time, you know that I've often complained that Invincible seems to go through these long periods of mediocrity before coming together for some big awesomeness. Well, issues like this are what reminds me why I read this book. I just wish they weren't so few and far in between, but when they come, wow, I didn't think he was going to go there. I mean, that's how, I don't even want to spoil it, but when you read it and you see what he did, you just have to stop and go, really? Next up, Power Girl, number 23. The best word to describe this issue was nifty. It didn't reinvent the wheel, and it won't be getting any nods for Book of the Week, but it was still solid. My only concern with this book is that coming up soon, Matt Sturgis is going to be writing an issue. And I don't know if this is a fill-in or not. I hope it is, because I like Judd Winnick on this title. He's done a really good job. So, I'm a little nervous. Next, The Sixth Gun, number 11. Now, this is the end of the second story arc, and Cullen Bunn continues to impress with this book. Just outstanding. You know, by rights, I should find this book, at best, boring and uninteresting. I mean, it's just generally not what I'm into. But I just can't get past the amazing art and the incredibly deep storytelling. Plus, Sinclair's just cool. I mean, he's just cool. If you aren't reading this, you are really missing one of the unsung heroes in comics right now. This is just outstanding stuff. Next, Stan Lee presents Soldier Zero number 7. Now this issue was totally unexpected. Now if you're reading any of the other Stan Lee Boom series, this issue is a game changer. Everything, and I mean everything in the other two titles gets tied together. Everything. And I have no doubt that if this is going to be the route they're going to take, the next few issues of The Traveler and Starborn are going to be really, really interesting. Inter-series crossover, anyone? Next up, Thunderbolts, number 156. So, yeah. That was fun. Shocker as maybe a Thunderbolt? Zatanna groping Moonstone? Ghost Nazis and a cannon that fires zombies? This was fun. This was fun. But not an especially standout issue. I mean, it was fun, but on its own, it was okay. But here's the thing I'm noticing of late, is that it seems like this title has been going more for the fun moments, which there's nothing wrong with that necessarily. I mean, don't get me wrong, comics are supposed to be fun. Absolutely. It's why I love Batgirl. But overloading on that, not being able to find a nice medium, can undermine any real attempts at character growth, since we're just going for shtick. And it feels like Thunderbolts is kind of going that route of late, and I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing. I mean, I like the team, and I like sort of the overarching idea, but it's getting kind of cutesy. Just saying. Next up, Wolverine number 8. You know, it's funny. I was sold on this issue every step of the way until the last 2 pages, or last 3 pages. Every step of the way. And then the big reveal at the end. And it just killed it. Surprise, surprise, Wolverine's going on another revenge story. I'm not entirely sure I'm on board for that sort of, for lack of a better word, nonsense. I mean, can we not do any other kind of Wolverine story? Does he have to be out for revenge every single time? I'm sorry, it feels a little played out at this point. It really does. Whatever. Last up, Zatanna, number 12. Paul Dini is taking the month off, and Matt Sturgis comes along to write this little fill-in, this little standalone whatever. And at the risk of sounding like a token internet geek, I lolled a lot. Because, well, this was hysterical. This was absolutely, I mean, literally laughed my butt off. Do yourself a favor, go read this. Well, first, before you go read this, go get a dictionary and look up the word palindrome. Then read this issue. If you know anything about Zatanna and you know what a palindrome is, it goes from there. You know pretty much everything you need to know to suddenly start chuckling to yourself. I know what's going to happen. It was just great. It was just fun. It was exactly what I was looking for. Great stuff. Absolutely great stuff. So there we go, guys. 10 reviews for books that came out last week. Pick of the week. You know what? I mean, just because it came out of nowhere, I'm going to give the pick of the week to Soldier Zero number 7. I mean, literally, I didn't expect that to happen. Very close follow-up was Invincible number 79. But, I mean, this just nailed it. It was that good. Worst book of the week, Wolverine. It killed it. It just died at the end. I'm sorry. That was just such a cop-out. Alright, folks. You know how we do things at the end of every episode. Please subscribe. Please leave comments. Let me know what you thought. And as always, have a great day.